So my first big bike was the 2022 GasGas EC300, and I bought it because it was a pretty decent deal at our local shop, and I really just wanted a bike at the time, so I went with that bike, and it was quite the experience trying to learn how to freaking ride a motocross bike out here in the woods. Especially with it being my first bike. It's the second or third time riding it out here. It was just throwing me all over the mountain. Just the throttle, the power delivery, everything was so difficult for me to learn how to ride out here. So I did some research and looked into the gearing and stuff. That was all new knowledge for me. So I changed the gearing from a 52 or 51 tooth sprocket to a 48, and then I put a throttle tamer on it so that the power delivery was a little more subtle. Got really good at riding it like that for a while after making the adjustments, and honestly feel like I'm at the point where I could take the throttle tamer off of it with a skill level change and just time on the bike. But with the 300, the power delivery is so different that I didn't need to make any of those adjustments. Basically just came out ready to ride on the trails. And I just love it. Love it! What surprised me the most about the 300 is the low end. The low end delivery was so nice, and I don't really have to feather the clutch as much on the 300 as I do the 250. The engine braking on the 250 was horrible. For a while it took me some time to build the habit of feathering the clutch the whole time, you know, especially in this stuff, especially when it got really tight. Yeah, a little low. Drop it down a second. But yeah, it took me a long time to build the habit of feathering the clutch on the 250. It's like you get into tight stuff and doing switchbacks and you're going downhill, like the bike will just cut off and throw you down the mountain. And that was getting really horrible. As much as I was feathering the clutch, my hand would just hurt, and I get that real bad arm pump, and it kind of made for a unpleasurable ride. But I'm noticing with the 300, I don't have to rape the clutch as much, and obviously I do have to clutch it and stuff, but just not nearly as much as on the 250. So yeah, that's been my year of riding. Like I said, the 250 was my first bike, and I got that in November of 25 or 24. So it's just been a little over a year that I started riding. really being into woods riding, I started looking into the 300s, and I just saw that there was a significant difference just from 4-stroke to 2-stroke in general. And then the extra torque from the 300 and extra power. But I just had to get one. I had to. Once I had my mind set, there was going to be nothing stopping me from getting a 300. And obviously I had to go through my wife and make sure that it wasn't a completely irresponsible investment. And she's, bless her heart, has always been so supportive of my riding, because this is honestly where I get the most relief from life and the pressures and being busy all the time. Like, this is the one thing that has been helping me stay grounded outside of my recovery. You know, as a part of my recovery, I get to do things like these, get to do things for myself and for my family, and be happy. So